Hello everyone, I am Sadaf from Iran University of Engineering and Technology, pursuing my degree of electrical engineering. And currently, I am in my final year and final semester. And currently, I am also intern at Climate Action Pakistan, and which is only meant to for sustainable practices and land restoration. The theme for now of Climate Action Pakistan for 2024 was land restoration. So I was also as an intern, so I was said to have an activity on land restoration. So here is my activity that is titled as root revival. I conducted this activity at my village Umar Abad at district Sangar, Sindh, Pakistan. Next slide, please. This is my activity, root revival. That's objective was to restore land through the planting of native trees and engage local communities in environmental conservation. And I also did the objective very well. I went to our schools, which are in our days, government girls school and government primary boys school, two schools. So I went on different days there, and I very with flying colors I held the objective very well. Next slide, please. Next. Yes, these were the goals of my project: the educational session, the tree planting, and the summer tasks. First of all, I conducted the educational session at both of the schools. I gave them information about land restoration and planting trees. What are benefits of planting trees? What are disadvantages of cutting trees? Why the global warming is increasing? I educate them about these things, and they were really motivated from my talks. And after that, we planted the trees at both schools. In girls' school, um, I planted trees almost 7, and in boys' schools also. And I was my goal was also to give them a summer task, because nowadays there are the summer vacations of these childrens. So I allowed them a summer task to plant a tree or plant a tree and flower at their home along with their parents. Next slide. Yeah. This was the first day of my educational session at girls' school. See, I'm with the girls here and here. These were the girls, and I delivered the presentation to them, and I also said them that I'll come along again and I will bring the trees, then we will plant them. So next, please. Next slide. Yeah. Here, see, here I went to girls school again for the second time. It was my second day, and I planted the trees with the girls, and then I distributed the gifts among them. You can see here I am distributing the gifts. I made the handmade gift for them. I wrote the tagline on them: save land, save trees, happy environment day, and save land, save life, etc. Then I distributed the gifts among all of them, all of the girls, and I also planted the trees. You can see. Next slide. At the third day, I went to boys' school, and I first of all held the educational session. Here you can see I held the educational session. Then again, I already distributed them gifts. Afterwards, I held the plantation thing with them. And the most important thing, I engaged my volunteers in the work, because they were very hot outside, so I can't engage the children outside, because it was very hot temperature outside, so I can't let them go out. So I take my volunteers with me. There are approximately 5 to 6 volunteers, and among these also there were the teachers. These are also our village peoples. So I go with them and planted the trees. My volunteers were my grandfather, my brother, my cousins. I planted the trees with them. Next, please. Next slide, ma'am. Yeah, my future steps from the internship, from the activity, are only to engage the students in similar environmental projects, because they are village people, so they don't have very much information. So I want to engage them, and the long term goal is to create a model of a greener society, a greener horizon for our village, and slowly for all of the nation, day by day. My personal goal is this: I am very impressed from Climate Action Pakistan and this internship. I will do whatever I can do for this, inshallah. Next, please. This is the great quote by Ellen Wild. She says that when we honor the earth, we honor ourselves. And indeed, it is. When we plant the trees, it is only going to benefit us. We can recover our ozone layer, and we can get the fresh air for breathing. Next, please. Thank you all for listening my presentation, for your patience. Thank you so much to Climate Action Pakistan and Ma'am Lala Rukh for giving this great opportunity to being the part of Climate Action Pakistan. And I'm very impressed from this internship. I personally say you to motivate such type of things, environmental practices more and more. I'm really impressed. And thank you so much.